A, he has a brutal sense of humour. And we very often say brutally honest as well. He's brutally honest. He's so brutally honest, he hurts others' feelings. Yeah, quite often if you are brutally honest, that's what you do. You tell people the truth, the ugly truth, the unpalatable truth, even though that might hurt their feelings. Yeah, hurt their feelings. So he has a brutal sense of humour, and he loves to make a fool out of others, to make a fool out of somebody. Yeah, and it means to make somebody look foolish. Yeah, so he loves to make a fool out of others. Does he? Yeah, loves present simple. So does he love to make a fool out of others? So do I love to make a fool out of others, or I don't love to make a fool out of others. Okay, and what about agreeing with negatives? What about the neither? Here's a couple of examples. Peter hasn't come to terms yet with her death. You come to terms with really difficult news, terrible news, awful news, like somebody's death. And so Peter hasn't come to terms yet with her death, his wife's death or his sister's death, whatever. Hasn't he? Because negative stays negative in this echo question. It's an echo, yeah. Hasn't he? Neither have we. Yeah? Perhaps you are still grieving or mourning her death. And these are two very good verbs for when you are dealing with somebody's death. You are grieving, you are mourning, you still feel sad, you still haven't come to terms with your loss. Yeah, I mean, you often say with his loss, yeah, with her death or with his loss. And I think a lot of the time it's clear to the other person you mean his loss of somebody, of someone whom he loved. Okay, she never throws a tantrum. This is what children do when they kick and scream and cry, and sometimes adults do it too when they don't get what they want. But she never throws a tantrum. She's a very good girl. She's not spoilt. Yeah, she's a very good girl. She never throws a tantrum, even when she doesn't get her own way. And we often talk about somebody getting their own way, and that means that they get everything that they want in the way that they want it. And so a spoilt child always gets their own way. They get the things that they want, and they even get to do the things that they want. Maybe they want to stay up late one night watching TV, and the parents don't punish them, they don't limit them in any way, and so the child becomes spoilt because they always get their own way. So doesn't she? Notice the doesn't stays negative, doesn't. Neither does my daughter. Yeah, neither does my daughter. But if you want to disagree, you can, and you can say my daughter does. Yeah, if your daughter does throw a tantrum, then you say doesn't she? My daughter does. Yeah, and so be aware that the opposite is always possible. You can say neither have we, or we have. Yeah, hasn't he? We have, if you have come to terms with the death. But doesn't she? My daughter does. Yeah, meaning my daughter does throw tantrums. Okay, emphasis now. We do use auxiliary verbs for emphasis. Now you can see what I'm doing here, guys. We do use. I could just say we use auxiliary verbs for emphasis. So why do I put a do in there? It makes it stronger. We do use auxiliary verbs for emphasis.